Hi, and thanks for watching and tuning into my YouTube channel. My name is Claude Zatara, and these are my thoughts. It's just a way of me sharing what I feel about different issues in life, and I would love to get your thoughts, so drop me comments, anything you want to, any feedback will be highly appreciated. So today I want to talk about just my thoughts on why I feel most people in this life will never be successful career-wise, and also when it comes to relationships. Number one reason is I think we're not true to ourselves. You know, it's like most people follow the crowd. They don't do what they feel they should do for themselves, which takes a lot of courage, right? You have to be bold enough to do what you feel is right for you. To thyself be true. You know, and I think as we age, we tend to follow the crowd sometimes because we have that uniqueness. When we're young, we want to follow our own way and stuff, and then maybe after some disappointments we feel like, what's the point? Let me just go with the flow. Let me just follow the crowd. But when you look at some of the most successful people in the world, from Jeff Bezos to Oprah Winfrey to actors and musicians, you'll always see, a lot of times rather, you'll see that they went their own way even when the crowd was going in the opposite way. You know, it's like they said to themselves, I don't care about the crowd, I'm going to follow my own way, and if I mess up, if things don't work out, then so be it. You know, so like Jeff Bezos, for instance, he talks about Amazon. When he started, it didn't even seem like it would work out, but he just followed his own way. You know, he just kept on going. So I think, and when you really think about it, we're all unique. Why is that? Probably that's because we all have a unique purpose, unique assignment on this planet. So if you don't tap into your uniqueness, you most likely will never get or find or actualize your unique assignment, purpose, and therefore you probably won't be successful. So that's the number one reason I feel most people are never successful. They don't follow what they feel is right for them. They don't stay true to themselves. Number two thing is risk taking and taking chances. Now, I think you shouldn't just take risks for the sake of taking risks. I think you should take calculated risks and always count the cost. Like, what's the fallout going to be if things don't work out, and am I willing to face those consequences? But I think if you don't take enough risks in this life, you can never be successful, because most of the good things in life, most of the rewards in life come on the other side of risks. So you have to be willing to take risks. But the thing is, again, as we age and as we see that maybe I took this risk and it hit me hard and things didn't work out, the more we are conditioned maybe to kind of like stay away from risks. You know, when you're young, you feel like things will just work out my way and my dreams will come true and everything will work out and everything. And as we age and as we see that reality is that a lot of times things don't go our way and things don't work out, we tend to be a bit more precautious, which also has its benefit. But if we also take that to the extreme, we don't take enough risks and things don't work out and you won't be successful. You have to take risks. You have to be willing to fail. Someone said 99% of success is failure. So you have to be willing to fail over and over and over and over and over again. These entrepreneurs, they talk about failing all over and over and over and over again. Once they got that one thing that blew up, then it was all worth it. So you have to be willing to take chances, to fail. I think of even like a lot of entertainers like Morgan Freeman, for example. Tons of failure, a lot of failure. You know, he didn't have Hollywood good looks, he didn't have connections, he didn't know people, but he went to Hollywood, he kept on, he pushed on. Tons of failure, he kept on, he kept on, he kept on. But once the success started, it was all worth it. So you have to be willing to take and then another thing is take your chances. I think we all have chances in life. We all get breaks. But a lot of us, when those breaks come, we either don't recognize their breaks or we don't have the courage to take that chance and to see what it will bring. You know, and it's tricky because sometimes you're so discouraged from the past, by the past failures, that you're like, what's the point? There's no point in taking chances anymore. There's no point in taking this chance. And maybe that's your big break. So you have to keep on. Take your chances. Keep on, keep on. And it's tricky because a lot of times those chances, when they come disguised. So you feel like, maybe this won't bring anything, but maybe that's the one. So you have to keep on. There's a great, beautiful clip on Will Smith's channel about how he became the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And it basically talks about how, you know, after his first album, his second album didn't hit, wasn't a big hit, and he was having money problems and he was depressed. And he went to the Arsenio Hall show, and it was Quincy Jones. After that, he met Quincy Jones at a party who pushed him to do this audition, and from there things started rolling. And he didn't want to do that audition. He wasn't an actor, he was a musician, he was a rapper. And he felt, what's the point of auditioning? So he was asking Quincy Jones to, like, if he can postpone and come in for the audition 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. And Quincy Jones was like, the head of NBC is here. This guy won't have time in future. He might not have time in future. This is your one chance. So you have to either take it or you might regret it, you know, for the rest of your life even. And Will Smith's eyes just opened and he was like, hell, let me do it. And he did it, and things started rolling for him. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, from there, he became a big movie star. So that's the third thing. No, that's the second thing, sorry. The third thing is not giving up, persistence. You see, a lot of these things work out only in time. So you have to keep at it, you have to be persistent, you have to keep going. And that's where I think a lot of people fail. After a while, things haven't worked out, things haven't opened up in a big way, you haven't gotten your big break, you give up. It's interesting that Harrison Ford said when he first came out to Hollywood, he was with a bunch of people. You know, just young guys who came out on a bus, and when they first got there, you know, they had high hopes, and obviously they were hoping for the best, big breaks, to become movie stars. And he says that as the years started rolling by, each of them started quitting, you know, just go get another job, started families and stuff. And after a while, after years, he realized most of them had quit. And he was one of the only ones who kept at it, who kept going. A lot of times it's not the most talented, the most gifted who become successful. A lot of times it's just the ones who had more staying power, who are more persistent. I think of stories like Samuel L. Jackson and Morgan Freeman again, and Viola Davis. They just kept working. Small roles, just kept doing it. Keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on. Persistence is one of the most powerful things. You have to keep going. When you give up, then you've given up on your dreams. And it's hard, because after years of nothing happening, you feel like, why am I wasting my time with this? This thing will probably never happen. But you have to keep going. You have to be persistent. And it's hard. I've been in that situation where many a times I feel like, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? But you have to. That's the only way it comes out. A lot of times. Yeah, there are a few people who are very, let's say, lucky or destined, and things just work out quickly. And from here to here to here. But majority of people, it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of time and dedication and persistence. When you look at most of these richest people in the world, you know, business people, entrepreneurs, Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs to Bill Gates, and majority of them will tell you 20, 30 years. 20, 30 years, when you look at their bios, it took them to get to that point. So it's not overnight. There is no such thing as an overnight success. That's what they say. Because it takes time. Denzel Washington said once he broke out and things started working out, people thought, overnight success. But he had done this thing for over 10 years or 15 years or whatever years it was, many years of just grinding it out, theater, when no one knew him. And then when he got his first big break, people are like, hey, this guy overnight. It's not overnight. He was there. He was there grinding behind the scenes. Viola Davis, she did a lot of small roles in the 90s. Theater, before that, theater. She was a theater actor. And then now, people are, Viola Davis, it takes time. You have to be persistent. You have to keep at it. So those are the three reasons I feel like most people are not successful. Hey, I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'd love to get your feedback. Let's share, let's engage. Hopefully you've learned something from this. Hopefully you've been encouraged. And I would also like to get encouragement from you. Tell me your thoughts, and maybe I'll learn a thing or two. So this is Zatara signing out. Thanks.